News in the Marathon bombing case, and apparently the judge is expressing some frustration with attorneys for the bombing suspect, Juror Tsarnaev. The judge apparently upset about the release of quotes from confidential juror questionnaires in yet another motion to move this case out of Boston. Our Jim Armstrong is live outside the federal courthouse tonight. And Jim, the judge is saying the damage here may already be done.
Elisa, he put those documents under seal just a couple of minutes ago, but as he himself acknowledges, pretty much we've all read them already. The information contained in them really does seem to support the defense's argument that it's going to be close to impossible to seat an impartial jury. The 1,400 or so questionnaires that were reviewed really reveal the extent to which this jury pool is intimately tied to the bombings. One of the jurors called is actually the ER doctor who says he treated both Tamerlan and Juror Tsarnaev. Also called here, dozens, if not hundreds of people who were at the marathon or in lockdown the following Friday. Everybody seeming to have really intense feelings about what happened. Juror 163, for example, wrote on the questionnaire, quote, "If I get picked, I know how I'm voting. Guilty." Juror 163, I should note, made it to the second round of questioning. As 11 more potential jurors showed up for lengthy questioning, Juror Tsarnaev's defense team argued anew to move this trial out of Boston. For many people, the trial of guilt or innocence is over, said defense attorney David Bruck. It took place in the news media. What is happening here is not adequate and will not provide for a fair and impartial jury. Answers from today's pool seem to support that claim. Quote, "They would have to change my mind at this point," said Juror 115, adding, "I have seen, quote, film on certain parts of the bombing."
I think today's filing shows that the fear and concerns that the defense team had are very real.
In their motion to move the trial, Tsarnaev's defense team noted 68% of jurors already think their client is guilty. 25% are unsure. Only 5% say they don't know. In today's pool, all but 2 people said they think he's guilty. "I feel like everybody knows what the facts are," said Juror 118. "I'd be surprised if it would go this far and there wasn't some evidence," said Juror 134. One juror got to this stage seeming to misunderstand the accused bomber is only accused. Quote, "You said our choice was life in prison or the death penalty," Juror 116 told the judge. "So not guilty is not a choice."
I'm not sure that there's any clear precedent for what would occur here if, in fact, the judge decided that he now would allow a change of venue. But I know this case presents extraordinary circumstances.
And the judge's anger notwithstanding, he does still have to rule on the merits of that change of venue request. We don't have any idea when he will do that at this point. The one thing we do know, this trial will not start on Monday, as was originally announced by the judge. The court said earlier this morning they're simply going too slowly with jury selection to keep up with that Monday date. At this point, we don't know when opening arguments will take place. Live outside federal court, Jim Armstrong, WBZ News.